fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instant and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
All right, listen up. Before we begin this masterpiece, we're all current or former law enforcement officers. We've seen our share of humanity. But if you came here thinking we give a shit about your feelings, you are sadly mistaken. So if you're a snowflake, we'll give you just a minute to turn this mother off, all right? Now, for the non-pussified. This is the midweek news show of the Motorcop Chronicles podcast. The only place where you'll find unfiltered, unedited, and raw discussions about law enforcement, crime, and everything in between. We love discussing the good, the bad, and the downright bizarre stories involving cops and criminals. So get ready for some raw comedy blended with our unapologetic opinions. We're diving deep into the headlines, breaking down the latest news about our brothers and sisters in blue and the criminals they deal with. You'll be laughing 1 minute and shaking your head the next. It's funny and maddening all at the same time, just like the world of law enforcement. This is the midweek news show of the Motorcop Chronicles podcast. And here are your hosts, the Iceman, with co-hosts Holstera and Freebird.
No Freebird tonight. He has Fuzzy Hat meeting. Hope everybody's doing okay. We got Jim Pocrant and Billy G over there on YouTube. If we don't get kicked off again, they pulled off an older video we did. I got for misinformation or something. So go figure. Might have to turn your mic back on there.
I'm over here talking to myself the entire last intro.
Were you?
And I thought you were having a full conversation with me. Yeah. I'm like,
No,
that's
no.
because they don't take their time to do the fact check and they just jump to conclusions and shit.
Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope you're not humping yourself.
And if you are, hopefully you're good at it.
Yes. Fat Sally and her 5 sisters. Right there. So, like I said, Freebird's at well, look who's there. We got JoJo's actually joining us. How you doing, lady? And
Hi,
Kelly's here. Facebook bites. Facebook ain't been as bad as ScrewTube has. Let me tell you. Go follow me on Rumble. Keep telling y'all, follow me on Rumble. It's free. Download the app. It's free. Other than that, if you'd like a premium cigar or you want to buy a whole Stera cigar, go to mypatriotcigar.com. Use promo code Motorcop15. You get 15% off your order. They're delicious. Holster wouldn't know because he's never had any. Also,
because they smoked mine.
If you'd like any Motorcop merchandise, go to the website, motorcopchronicles.com, or the Etsy store under the same name. And you can order you some you can order your stuff over there. I got t-shirts from $10 to $25 and whiskey cups. I got all kind of stuff on there. Candles. You can get a candle that says fuck your feelings. What's up, Aaron? And if you would like extra episodes, I think there's 20 episodes up, plus they got videos, text, all kind of stuff on the Patreon, and you can try it 7 days for free if you'd like. If you join the $10 month one, you'll get a coffee mug and some stuff. And if you don't understand it, times are tough because of the administration we have. I'm still going to keep putting out the free stuff. Speaking of our Patreons, we got some hang-arounds. We got Miss Grace Hudson. We got William Gbo. And we got some dude named Chad Jenkins. And then we don't have any of the middle ones. Everybody else is full crew members. We got Miss Kelly Meyer. We got Ronald Holstein. We got Jared Nitrous. We got Mr. Dan Carlson with Burley Boards. If y'all looking for some high quality wood products for Christmas, go check them out. You can use it a cutting board or to beat your kids with.
A self-defense weapon. Them things are massive.
And like I said, you can use
totally
it to
sturdy.
And you start sounding bad again. Or you can beat your kids with it. We got Mr. Jim Pokrant from the Short Track Guys podcast. We got Hoppy Hoppison, our favorite truck driver. We got Mr. Blake Walker. We got A.A. Ron, who's also in the chat from Not Had to Say It podcast. I'll go check him out. We got Mr. Z Palmer. We got Roy Spalding. It's Roy with the S, not Roy with the P. We got JoJo, our favorite Australian girl. We got Miss Kaylee Norris and Natasha A. from the state of Washington. Appreciate y'all helping me pay those bills and keep the lights on.
Facts.
Did y'all hear Holster all right? Or
is everybody having problems with me, or is it just him? I mean, it's always just him, but
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I can't see anybody typing. So
y'all let me know if y'all hear Holster or it's just on my end.
It's probably all the background. There is a whole bunch.
No, it's not that. I have you as a regular listener. No, you're a full crew member. All right, it must just be on my end that you sound fine. All right, good deal. So we got our stories. Let's see where we're gonna start off. I think I'm first. Now I don't have a whole lot of videos and stuff tonight. I got a few, and I don't even think I have any. Do I have any pictures? I'm not even sure if I have any pictures, or not either. So we'll see. Oh, Jim, he was talking. Aaron, y'all were talking. Okay, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So y'all had me confused. This first story, we're going to California.
Yeah, I read that one. It pissed me off because I thought it was mine.
One of our favorite places. Of course, if y'all listen, I don't know if y'all go listen to the episode I put out Monday. I had an interview with Mr. Kenneth Strange. Man had a stellar career, FBI agent with a sack for the DOJ. Spent time overseas, working on his third book. He's in California right now, in Malibu, I believe. Anyway, a California sheriff over there in Sacramento, Sheriff Jim Cooper. That they've been having all these smash and grabs, people robbing shit left and right over there, and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Well, they got together and they were gonna, to do these like operations trying to arrest some of these bastards.
Well, that's good. You remember it came down to the little shop owner. I think we did a video on him where he finally just lost his mind and beat the shit out of the dude with a broom handle. You know, and that's what you get. But you get vigilante justice when you got nobody willing to enforce the law. Well,
Sheriff Cooper said that Safeway, which is a chain up there, it's owned by Albertson's company.
I ain't seen one of them in years.
They actually helped out with the operation they did to arrest these people. And what he did is that they were, like I said, I guess they were working. I don't know how they were doing it, how the operation was working, but he's like, it's a blitz operation, they called it. They were identifying the people stealing. They were letting them walk out the store. They were grabbing them up or in the store to go to misdemeanors. And most time you get arrested for most shoplifting stuff, you get a misdemeanor summons, which is basically a ticket to appear in court. And you'll get trespassed from the store, so you can't go back there. But Safeway was all about it, like, help us out and stuff like that. But this is where the can't even speak, frustrating part goes with it. And I've experienced this shit. Target and Walgreens,
which is weird. Target's usually very woke.
They didn't want you. They're woke. They didn't want them like doing the stuff inside the stores and stuff like that. They were not very cooperative with the police department.
Oh, okay.
But we caught a shoplifter one time after we had to chase him down the road and shit. And we do all this stuff, and then you get back over there, and the manager or whatever, they don't want to press charges. They're like, oh no, we don't. We just don't want them to come back. Well, don't fucking call.
Well, next time they call, we're gonna
don't call us because we have to go chase this person. You wasted my time.
Stabbed in it. We could have gotten a shootout, and you're not even serious.
Yeah, and the reason is because these managers and stuff, they don't want to have to come to court. My thing is, if these people, if you don't plan on pressing charges, don't fucking call. Stop wasting the time. Safeway obviously don't like their shit being stolen. Walgreens is going out of business all over the fucking place, but they don't want to press charges on the people.
Right.
It's your own fault then at that point. It's your fault. But so good for Sacramento Sheriff's Office up there for trying to do the right thing, even though some of the stores are fighting against them. You know what I mean? Cause
I wonder if they have a good partnership with the DA, or if it's one of those. I mean, look
who
where
knows?
it is.
It might be one of them. I don't know about the DA over there.
Yeah, I just assume Sacramento is Natalia's area, ain't it? No, that's California. She's in Washington.
Yeah. Well, this next one's yours. This kind of goes in what we talked about last week, too, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so here we go with ex-police officer Derick Chauvin is seeking to overturn the federal conviction, and he applies for a hearing. So this is the fourth one he's applied for. The first three were immediately shut down. But apparently the ME and stuff have came to obtain further evidence saying, that Derick Chauvin had a tumor that caused him to die that day.
George Floyd. Derick Chauvin's still alive.
Well, obviously we know that. But at the same time, he's been denied the other 3 times for his other, look, I don't disagree with the fact he deserved a manslaughter charge. they did. This is the guy they charged with like 3 consecutive like life sentences on the one guy, right?
Well, he pled. I think he took a plea deal. It was like at 22 years or something. But that was before all this other evidence didn't come out. And it's like
Right.
we talked about that other stuff that
Yeah,
one of the ADAs that was doing it admitted that they,
Oh yeah, he had a
railroaded
gross
them.
amount of fentanyl in his system, and he was possibly going to overdose on that, irregardless. So, there's so much surrounding that death that I just can't believe they came away with multiple murder charges.
But you know what? They're probably never going to. They could probably find evidence that totally shows completely that he didn't do anything.
Oh, they'll never admit they were wrong.
They'll never give this dude a fair
shake.
shot, because if they let him out of jail anytime soon, they ain't worried that they scared that the cities are going to burn and all this stuff. So this guy's just the scapegoat.
Right.
He's the scapegoat. So I mean, justice is not. Everybody's like, oh, no, justice is not being served on this case. Did he mess up and do wrong shit? Yes. Did he murder him? No. Should he be a cop? No. But 25, 22 years? No. It's too much. So that's my opinion on that anyway. So,
Right.
but they'll never. This dude ain't ever gonna get out. Not before he not before he does his time.
And if they do let him out, they're never going to tell anybody. They're just going to slide him out the back door.
Now this next story, this is fucking asinine. Okay, there's a deputy in Georgia that has sued their department, saying that they were being discriminating against them. Okay, so you have a sheriff's deputy that I guess after they got hired decided that they wasn't a man no more, that they were a girl. The sheriff didn't say nothing. They let this person dress up as a girl and stuff like this. But we got one video. Yeah, I got one video. We'll watch it. But anyway,
I thought we were having problems with that.
no. What's up, Christina? He thinks he is a girl now, but he sued the sheriff's office, his department, because the insurance through the county said we're not paying for you to chop your dick off, okay, and get fake tits.
Why not?
And sued. What was fucked up about it is they sued and won. This fucking court
God.
says, oh no, that's not. They're saying that's discriminatory health care or something. It's not health care, okay? This person was.
Don't they call it gender euphoria? Or
well, I don't know.
Shit now?
It's called body
thing?
dysphoria, body something.
Yes.
But anyway, but now they make
I've
it.
had that my whole life. It's called being pudgy.
Well, that's me. You know what? I wanted to take them Buongiorno shots to help my fat ass lose weight. And you know what? The insurance company said, you can take them. We ain't paying for it because you're not diabetic. So should I sue my insurance company because they are fat phobic?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you could, and you could use the existing case law in your favor.
Because this is fucking stupid. Watch, I'll play the video.
Four-year discrimination lawsuit against the county and her boss. It started in 2017 when Lane came out to Sheriff Cullen Touton as transgender.
It's also brought
they call this person her. It's a him. I tried to do everything I could. I couldn't find this person's male name, any pictures of this person as a male, or anything like that. But I tried.
It's going to turn into a weird conversation. I like the whole meaning behind like transgender is meaning they swap their gender, or is transgender or gender or whatever. Is that now like the entire process from when you mentally think you're going to be the other sex all the way through the operation? Because it's so damn confusing. I'm like, I preferred it when it was, the gays and the singles and they're the straights, and it wasn't confusing. There was no he, him, she, her. Now there's an entire alphabet you got to learn, and I just do not have that.
Gnarly side effects. I heard that the shots might make you constipated as fuck, but this person here, being confused
might be painful.
Being confused, saying having a mental disorder is not health care to have your dick cut off, but obviously just court.
2017, when Lang came out to Sheriff Colin Towton as transgender and wanted the county's insurance to pay for her gender reassignment surgery.
Felicia Moore talked to Lang and her attorney about how a $20,000 surgery turned into a $1 million lawsuit.
The verdict yesterday was a culmination of almost 4 years.
So this right here is a man, okay? It's not even a pretty woman at all. It still looks like a dude. A dude with tits, okay? So, like I said, the county was so against this, they spent $1 million instead of, a lot of places would like just pay for it because it's costing too much to go to court. They were like, nope, fought against it. Now they're appealing it, so.
Struggle for me, and I was finally vindicated.
Houston County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Anna Lang says an uphill battle to prove discrimination is finally coming to an end.
You know, I've lived my life in limbo, which hasn't been easy to do. You know, luckily the jury heard that, you know, the treatment that I need and require is not considered.
It's not required. It's not required because you know what? This is what I get. It's not required because if you treatment, you know, cancer treatment to keep you alive may be required. Heart diabetes, taking insulin, that could be required. If you didn't get your dick cut off and get fake titties put in, you were not going to fucking die, okay? You were not going to die from this, okay? So it's not required. Just be gay. Why can't you just be fucking gay? Go suck dick, get fucked in the ass, I don't care. Having the people pay to have your dick cut off is not required. It's not medically necessary. Yeah, calm down, people. I said all of it. Fuck it. Let them take the videos down.
You know, cosmetic or an elective, that it's medically necessary.
The legal battle went to trial this week. A jury heard testimony from the sergeant's psychologist and her doctor, and then on Tuesday awarded her $60,000
not a her
for pain and suffering.
They determined that Houston County and the Houston County Sheriff's Office definitely.
So they decided the taxpayers needed to pay to cut my penis off and give me a Barbie pouch. No, it's not. Those two doctors and psychologists ought to lose their fucking license. Not medically necessary.
Willfully discriminated against me by withholding transgender health care.
Lang's fight for her rights gained national attention, but it's also brought her some right here in Central Georgia through a Macon Pride Trailblazer and Pioneer Award.
Not only, you know, does this award or recognition.
Jojo says this luxury is not. I guess it's a luxury. I think having my penis cut off would be sending
terrible
me to hell. I don't call that a luxury, but it's just not medically necessary. If you're not going to die, if it's not a disease, you have a mental disorder, maybe they would pay for you to have some mental help done for you, but just not do. You like it when I talk like a woman. Yes, I was like, you know, just cut the penis off. Just cut it off. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Recognize just my case, but how it, in this case, will impact so many other individuals.
Lang says this is the first case of its kind in the South. Her attorney, David Brown, says the message this win sends is loud and clear. Discrimination against trans employees is illegal, immoral, and
they discriminated against it because it wanted to dress up like a girl. They just said we don't need to pay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, because isn't it like hundreds of thousands of dollars?
So whatever surgery this one had, it was only going to be like 20 or 30,000. So it was probably tits or something like that. For all we know, this thing still has a penis. Okay, they didn't chop the penis off. It's just, you know, I'm a girl, but I feel like I'm a girl and I want boobies. I just want to keep my pecker. It's like a big clip. No, it's not. You're a dude. You have nuts. Okay. If you can stand to piss, do you stand up to piss? No, you're a dude.
expensive.
They've spent at this point $1 million.
Listen to this dude. This is his lawyer. I'm sure he done held one in his mouth until it got soft.
On paying their lawyers to defend this lawsuit. It's something like 50 times what their insurer told them that covering Sergeant Lang's surgery would cost them.
In one final step,
We expect the court will also enter an order prohibiting her employers, Houston County and the Houston County Sheriff's Office, from any future discrimination in their employee health plan against transgender people.
In Perry, Kalisha Moore, 13 WMAZ News.
Once the judge imposes an injunction, Lang's procedure.
Me personally, I think this person has a mental disorder, and then they have a gun too. So I mean, you're trying saying all this stuff. I mean, okay, no. Can't fire him, but I can guarantee you I wouldn't be fucked. That motherfucker wouldn't be backing me up nowhere. Tell you that right now. Nope.
They'd hold your hips to the
No, motherfucker might say, "Oh, Iceman, you sure do. You got a nice ass."
He would definitely smile if you were behind him.
No, I wouldn't.
No, he would.
Yeah, Aaron says he knows what it tastes like. No, it's ridiculous. This is they have to be some woke ass people on this jury or something. This is fucking stupid. Because I was on jury, I'd be like, yeah, your insurance don't need to. Are you gonna die if you don't get this surgery? Oh no, you're not gonna die. Oh, you're gonna die because you're gonna kill yourself. Well, that's another mental disorder. No, sorry, call the helpline. You're not going to die from this. I just read stories on where they have like little kids that needed this, some kind of drugs that was like $35,000 a shot, and the insurance company didn't want to give it to them, even though it would help this child live. But no, we don't want to do that. But yeah, let's pay to chop a penis off. No, this is fucking ridiculous. This world has become completely fucking insane. That's what it is.
So in positive news, the next story moves on down to Pennsylvania. Remember the township we were talking about where the entire city had decided the federal courts, and they have ruled that the Pennsylvania community did not meet the requirements to take it down for public display. I believe they needed to come up with a actual act that it would cause someone to do, such as, one of those suggestive flags that go hurt yourself or something along those lines. They deem that it's not that. The blue line flag is First Amendment speech now. So no. So they can go ahead and put it back on their uniforms and back in their classrooms, and they don't have to worry about Pennsylvania being dumbasses and saying the blue line flag is some kind of white supremacist pro-law enforcement, anti-black group, which it's not. It's the thin blue line. It literally is a memorial to those that fall in the line of battle. I mean, but it's also the brotherhood, and there's a lot behind it. But it definitely doesn't mean hatred. I don't get where people come up with this shit. Like, they see the American flag and they're like, man, I hate this nation. As they're using their food assistance and everything to, it kills me. Kills me. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, at least my story was shorter. It was kind of as passionate, but
well, my thing is like I said before, if you got a problem with a thin blue line flag, that's fine. Only flags that should be flown in schools, colleges, and regular, lower education, high school areas, all that stuff like that, should be the American flag. Period. Yep. It's the only flag that should be in them. No gay flags, no BLM flags, no pirate flags, no nothing except for the American flag should be the only flag there. But I'm glad they actually won that, because I mean, they had the left is definitely trying to take all our freedoms away from us.
That would have been a baseline lawsuit. That's what that was, to see if it could pass. If it could get away with it in the federal court system, then they would have probably tried to sweep that across the nation and made it a supremacy flag. It gotta love the left.
Hey, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
This next one, we're going over to Aaron's neck of the woods over there at Chicago. Because they always got good stuff.
Oh, they always got good food because Aaron's there. Besides that, I don't know.
Anyway, in Chicago, they got a new policy they're coming out with the police. Go figure. So, and if it's coming out from Chicago, guess what? It's probably gonna be fucking stupid.
No, it's going to be good for the inmate.
A new policy spells out which hate and extremist groups police officers cannot be involved in without discipline. So, sorry, all Chicagoans, cops, you can't go join the Klan or the skinheads or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't do that anyway, and if they did, they needed to be fired regardless.
Well,
okay, so
I mean, I
but we need a whole policy on that now, right?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Well, it's probably been a really long time since you filled out a job application, but the last one I filled out for a department, they ask if you're part of any groups or organizations, and then you're actually quizzed on it during the lie detector test. So if you really are a skinhead or a Klan member, that's going to pop up, so that's just common sense, I thought. At least it was in the South. Maybe that's 39 at the time.
Given the seriousness and urgency of this issue, we feel it is important we vote on this policy today, the commissioner said in the council meeting. We will continue our work to ensure that the Chicago Police Department effectively implements this policy and monitors it, and it provides regular reporting on the outcome. The latest policy aims to offer the most detailed instructions to date on which organization police officers should avoid to prevent disciplinary measures. The policy approved by the city's Civilian Oversight Committee, which I think they're totally bullshit. You got a bunch of civilians trying to tell the police what to do when the civilians don't know how to fucking be police. Anyway, it got approved by the Civilian. It defines hate groups as organizations that use force to deny others' rights, achieve ideological goals, or advocate for systematic illegal prejudice, oppression, or discrimination, according to the report. So when I read all that right there, so besides the Klan and skinheads and other, white supremacist groups, that also sounds like Black Lives Matters to me. And
nope, they're exempt.
And the NAACP and the ACLU, because didn't they burn cities and shit down? See, to me, those would be hate.
They were mostly peaceful.
Those would be hate groups also. So I don't think any cop should be able to be part of those groups also. But I'm willing to guarantee that that they'll be exempt. This one worries me right here, what they're trying to do. Because I'm going to tell you how I read it, okay? The policy also prohibits membership in organizations that seek to overthrow, destroy, or alter the form of government of the United States by constitutional means. That sounds like, if you're a conservative or Republican, that's a hate group. That's what it sounds like to me.
Not only that, it's a direct violation of the Constitution, because that right there says that you can't form a militia.
Aaron says this is from the city that has carjacking sprees.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a summer of love. Yeah. So anyway, they haven't specified which groups this is in right now. But we can all take a good guess on it, right? Because pretty sure we know where that's going.
Exclusive BLM. They can't be in that group. I bet that's not the way it goes.
I can guarantee you that they'll be allowed to be in that group.
So this next story, okay, and by the way, I don't know about the rest of the stories, but I'm done. This right here is my hot nuts, okay? So this dumbass, we'll get into the headline here. You're not supposed to pursue me. Theft suspect waves at officers during a pursuit. So basically, this moron decided to go into Blvd, Indiana, which is a smaller part of Indiana. And he stole a bunch of stuff from the K Jewelers and then jumped in his car. He's 34 years old. I won't throw his name out there because he don't deserve recognition. Minutes later, he was being followed by the Boone County Sheriff's Department, which is very country and very not in Chicago. So this moron decides he's going to drive away from them, and he must be from Chicago where they're not allowed to chase you. And he fucked around and found out in a small rural town in Indiana, and they chased his bitch ass all the way into Chicago. And then they caught him. And the whole time he was waving at them from the vehicle, like giving them the, like, you're not supposed to be chasing me. Like,
hey,
back off.
Stop it.
Right. And they're like, and they, so he he kept yelling, "You're not supposed to be pursuing me." Well, eventually they boxed the vehicle in because they realized that this man must be suffering from a mental disorder. No, he's just from Chicago. And he thought that the cops couldn't do their job. Well, when you go around to the middle of BFE where people like people and people care about people, you're going to get your ass kicked. He, in fact, like Jason Aldean said, tried that in a small town. And they chased him to the big town and beat his ass when they got him. He is in custody. And, once he gets through serving all of his charges through the multiple counties all the way into a different state, he will eventually work his ass back to Boone County in Lebanon, Indiana, and he will be booked on some of the craziest shit. So it'll be neat, but he's going away for a hot minute. Hot nuts.
Oh no, I got my hot nuts picked out already.
Is it the next one? They actually look like they have hot nuts.
What, this next one?
It's because they're firemen.
Well, this next one is it's in Seattle. So we know, it's got to be a great story, right? The Seattle,
at least entertaining.
Yeah, the Seattle Fire Department has started to see its fire equipment being stolen. And they just are calling it the cost of doing business.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like what kind of equipment? Are we talking like a flashlight? Or are we talking like an entire
like I guess pieces of equipment. The thefts are occurring when the firefighters are out responding to calls. The report referenced a July incident during which thousands of dollars worth of fire equipment was taken from a truck while the firefighters were inside of a hotel. Wow. It's crazy how brazen they are as far as taking stuff from us, the assistant chief said. When we were responding, our focus is on the public, the person who called for help. And then they
assumes they're going to rob the damn fire truck. That's kind of bullshit.
Said, we never thought we were going to have to keep an eye over our shoulder, looking around to make sure what really distracts us from being able to help people. More than a dozen other thefts have happened. Joint training facilities have also occurred this year. According to the report, the facility's extensive security measures haven't deterred thieves from going after fire equipment.
What
Our crews, Seattle.
I bet you they find the local dispatch center. I bet you all that equipment's sitting there just because they weren't paying attention. Some rookie was like, I got a good joke to play.
They said we find 2 or 3 days later. That's a low act. You're right, JoJo. It says our crews will find within 2 or 3 days later their stuff is posted up on Craigslist or offer up for sale. They won't even take the labels off it. It will still say Seattle Fire on it.
Well, they got to get the authenticity. What do you got to say?
It says they've been this one guy's been with the Seattle Fire Department for almost 30 years, and he's never seen people stealing and vandalism of the department. They're stealing from our ability to help people. They said the police staffing crisis likely contributes to the rise of thefts. No shit. So now they're just going to have to, could you imagine? Like a Jaws of Life and some of that stuff like that. That's just expensive.
That's what I'm saying. I want the Jaws of Life. Could you imagine and be like, I lost my keys?
What happened? What happened if they don't realize it's missing because, they hadn't used it and they go to use it on a crash scene to try to save somebody, and guess what? It's not there because some idiot done stole it and done, put it up on Craigslist for sale.
I can't believe they did that. That's ballsy. Because, it's so easy for a police detective to go, all right, man, I'm down. I want to buy it. I'll meet you. I don't get it. But then again, I've seen recently people selling drugs on Marketplace, and I'm like, how the hell do they do that? Like,
right.
I don't get it.
Oh, they would love to steal our ambulances, Billy, because they got narcotics in those. Yeah, they love to do that. They got narcotics in there.
And those EMTs are responsible for all them drugs. So when they go missing, they get their asses stomped. So they're more conscious and lock those boxes up. Are we done with that one?
Yes.
All right. This the next one is kind of sad. It's something that's happening in modern policing that we've seen happening over the past 10 years with certain departments, alleviating their motor units, alleviating, some departments have done away completely with traffic units entirely. And then you come to Lancaster, PA. So this is something that, if you're a Southern police officer or a deputy, you come to love the horses and the dogs and stuff like that. Well, Lancaster's finally deciding to hang it up and terminate their mounted units, which I know you've worked big city details. Those mounted units can get into some raunchy places and pull people out quick. I've always seen them work wonders, and they're worth every bit of gold. But Lancaster's decided that by doing this, they can basically put all these old mounted officers that have been doing it for 20 plus years back into circulation and reduce the overtime and add the manpower on the street. Unfortunately, I can tell you, when you take a specialty unit that's been doing it for 20 plus years and stick them on normal rotation, you're not going to get the same kind of commitment out of them. So these guys are going to roll out on retirement. But it is sad. A lot of people came out and they attempted to get a lot of signatures to keep them. 1,500 signatures were obtained. And nope, they still lost the horses. They had tents and stuff with cakes and farewell ceremonies. So that's shitty for that. Be nice if the officers had the option to purchase their animals, though.
I just want to know, are they going to send these horses to the glue factory?
Right. Well, that was kind of like they.
I don't know who do, or do they want to ride with Nano? But me personally, I read this story also. There's only 3 mounted patrol people, 3. So you're going to shut down. Now, the department didn't pay for the horses and stuff. I don't even think for the upkeep. It sounded like to me that the whole division was funded by donations and stuff for the horses, for the feed and board and all stuff like that. So how they pulling these three guys off, or 3 law enforcement people off, to put them back on patrol? You think those 3 people are going to make that much of a difference? I'm sure they patrolled their areas on the horses, and they probably didn't work on the horses every single day. Instead of getting rid of the whole mounted division, they could kept it and still used it as a part-time basis. It just makes no sense to me.
Especially for parades and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
city events.
They're great. Those horses are great for community relations. People love coming up to them and stuff like that, especially with the kids. You can show, the cops, aren't going to hurt them. So I think it's stupid. Whoever this chief is, and they're making this decision, they're just plumb asinine altogether. This next one is probably one of the stupidest fucking stories I have read in a long time. This one almost got my hot nuts one. This is just completely fucking stupid. Of course, this is in Illinois also. So, you're welcome, Aaron. You might want to move, because just living there, I think, might be hurting your IQ level. Police in Niles, Illinois. I don't know where Niles, Illinois is. I hope it's not next to a river, is it? The Nile River? Or no, that's the wrong side of the world, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, it's a suburb of Chicago.
I'm planning on visiting either.
What's up, Roy? It's a suburb of Chicago. So Aaron may live in Niles. I don't know. If you do, be careful. But they have this new idea. It's just fantastic. Okay. They have expressed satisfaction with a pilot program that they started. Okay. In August, they deputized a K-9 division? Nope. They got a new pussy division over there in Niles, Illinois.
No.
Okay. Yes, it's the pussy division. They have deputized 5 feral cats to control the rat population. And they call it Pussy Patrol. And these 5 deputized cats are used to control the rat population. The police official told Pioneer Press. Now the department says it is looking to extend the program. The cats have lived around the 7800 block of Neurotic Avenue for about 3 years under the care of a resident. The Niles Police Department recruited the cats because they were like, how do you recruit the fucking cats. Okay, I want to know. They said they recruited cats. They walk up to them and it's like
They sold them catnip.
they're like meow 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 meow. And then the cats are like meow meow meow. I mean, how do they know that these fucking cats agreed to this? What do the pay the cats receive? Do they get extra treats? Do they get wet food or dry food? Do they get the special clumping litter or what? How do you fucking recruit a cat? Okay, it's a cat. Cats are assholes as it is. So do these cats get complaints on them? What do you do? Because cats are assholes. They don't listen anyway. So I'm sure they have horrible disciplinary records. Okay. Early in the year, they passed a wildlife ordinance to curb rat problems. You have to pass an ordinance to curb rat. So what the fuck? Do you give the rats tickets? The fuck you need an ordinance for? It's a goddamn rat. Just kill the fucking rats. But we wrote an ordinance on it about the rats. According to the village website, the community development department tracks and investigates rat complaints. So now you got the pussy police and you got the rat police that are tracking the fucking rats. Okay, we got a whole department that just for rats. Okay, that must have a huge fucking rat problem over there in Niles, Illinois. The department gives out free rat traps to residential property. Why? The pussy police ain't doing his job. The cats ain't working out. What? Fire them. Get to rehire them. The police sergeant, Dan Borowski, told the press through an email that the department reviewed complaint data from the developmental department and residents' feedback and decided to continue to expand the cat program. So the department has yet to determine where these cats will be placed because it is contingent on cat availability and host families to take care. All right, the cat availability. I'm pretty sure you can go to any pound and they have fucking cats out the ass over there, okay? Cats are like, they're everywhere. Just go to a pound and get some cats. I'm sure if you talk to the cats correctly, you give them a good contract, maybe a bonus, for every 10 rats they kill, you could do it. 9 lives food, and they really want those Syngenta, the good flea collars, okay? No bells because it messes them up. The rats hear them coming. Don't take the fucking bells. We need to unionize these fucking cats. That's what I think. We need a fucking union for the cats, okay?
Some crazy old ladies are already thinking about it. Like, we're just.
They said they would keep the cats. They would keep the cats in a more defined territory. The animal control officer gave the residents who have been watching over the cats 3 makeshift tarp shelters for. They didn't even give the good cat house. They ain't got a good cat house. They got fucking tarps for the cats. You think they're gonna stick around? Tarp cat house.
Right. Pets don't usually, like wildlife, like cats, don't just hang out where you want them to. They go wherever the hell they want to. What do you mean keep them in a refined area?
They have their areas that they are supposed to patrol in, okay? Their zones. You just got to tell. I don't know what they do. Anyway, they listen to this shit. They said just 2 months before the pilot program began, there were only 2 rat complaints within 1,500 feet of the cats' homes. After the pilot program began, there were no more complaints within the area. Who the fuck calls the cops or anybody else because of rats? The rat police. These people actually have a rat department with deputized cats. He said the cats usually stay in the neighborhood or head off into the forest preserves where they hunt for rats. He said before the cats were in the neighborhood, she used to see a lot of rats in rat traps. She hasn't seen a rat trap in the neighborhood for about a year. That's because it'll fucking snap the cat. That's why. You either get the cat or the trap. You can't have both.
Well, technically, you got to get the trap inside of a certain box so that it's a humane trap, and it doesn't do that. But yes.
She says she's a fan of the cats because she's worried about the little kids getting their fingers caught with fucking rat trap. Hakeem said she started caring for one of the cats 3 years ago when it kept returning for food. The cat gave birth to 15 other cats, most of which were put up for adoption. Yeah, there's your pussy patrol right there. For 4 of the cats stayed behind. They're so united. You wouldn't believe it, said Hakeem. She said her and her daughter-in-law feed the cats chicken in the morning, canned tuna for lunch and dinner. Stop feeding the fucking cats. If you keep feeding them, they're not going to go eat the rats. Okay,
Correct.
You're messing up. Okay, a fat cat is not going to eat the rats. Okay, it'll be like on a video I saw. The cat sitting there with the fucking rat eating the food next to it. Like, hey, buddy, come over here.
Oh, God.
Oh, so anyway, and she says they also like to drink milk. So these cats, the deputized cats,
are these people being recompensated by the department for feeding these cats?
Now this is the stupidest ass story.
It sounds inhumane to make them work for no food.
I have ever heard in my entire life that we have that it's cats. Okay, cats are gonna do cat shit. Cat things and stuff like that. So, but you have a whole department that goes and takes rat complaints. Okay, so people call, and you know what? If I have rats, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put out traps, and I'm going to put out poison. I'm going to kill them. Yeah, I think I'm calling the fucking. What the fuck? I ain't never heard such in my life. I want to see one. I want to see a group picture of the Pussy Patrol with their little cat vest on, little cat badges. I want to see it.
What was that sheriff's department out in Texas that didn't go into the school?
I don't know.
I assume it looked similar. A bunch of pussies standing around in a circle.
Yeah. JoJo wants to know if they went to Cat Academy.
They did. And their anthem is meow, 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 meow.
Jesus Christ. I was like, this was a whole, yeah.
So, why the hell did you send me this next one? I did. Are we done with that one?
I'm finished with the Pussy Patrol, yeah.
Okay. So, officials exhume a body of a Mississippi man buried without his family's knowledge. So, I don't know what the hell the mishap was. Basically, Ben Crump's involved, so it's got to be a bullshit suit. Basically, this man died. They did his little autopsy. They stuck his ass in the ground. His family showed up and goes, "Where'd he go?" And they were like, "Oh, shit, we already put him in the ground." And they're like, "What?" So then, there's a whole process between, exhuming a body and everything. So Ben Crump got involved, and it basically, I don't understand why they're all acting like, oh, and they also want an autopsy done several months after the body has been buried.
It's been way more than several months, and plus he's been embalmed.
But that's what I'm saying is, there's a lot to that. It's not like they're going to go in and find new.
Well, if he's been autopsied already, they chop up.
It's well documented.
They chop up the stuff pretty good anyway.
Right. So they're doing some crazy shit. Regardless, it's a big deal. Ben Chump is in there, civil rights.
Well, I'm telling you right now,
I don't see this isn't any different than if it would have happened to a white or a Spanish person. The
police department fucked up. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, no, it's not racism. The police chief, I think, the sheriff out there, I think, is black. They're not hollering racism.
Well, for Ben Chump to show up, I mean, come on.
No, Ben Chump showed up. Ben Chump showed up because there's going to be money involved. Because I'm going to say right now, the police department or whatever it is, police department, sheriff's department there, they fucked up, okay? One of their off-duty guys in the unit ran over and killed this guy, okay? It sounds like it was the guy's fault. He was like running across the interstate or something at night in the dark, okay? Non-reflective clothing on.
I didn't read that far into the story. I didn't read that far down.
So anyway, the guy got ran over by a car, okay, by a deputy. Well, they're saying, this guy was like, nobody contacted this family. And they're like, oh, we didn't know. But the coroner, medical examiner's like, bullshit. I told you who he was because we identified him using fingerprints because I'm sure I think he had a record. Plus, he had a pill bottle in his pocket with his name on it. So they identified him. They have documented evidence where the coroner called the police department several times and said, hey, have y'all ever contacted his family, which they never did. They ended up, I'm talking like months, they ended up burying this man in a pauper's grave unmarked, okay? I think it was like number 672. So finally, Mama had filed a missing person report and all this stuff with the Jackson Police Department, which this was, they found the dude. So finally, Mama finds out, oh, hey, he's buried over here. Okay. So now she wants her son back, which is, totally logical,
Yeah.
So they go through the process. Well, they were told, yes, y'all can be there. We're going to exhume him at such and such a time. They show up at that time, and guess what? The city done went out there and dug his ass up 2 hours earlier. Gross negligent of just not doing their fucking job correctly at all. That, I mean, like I said, I do not like Ben Chump at all. He's just there for the money. I feel sorry for this lady, and like I said, some people's heads to me should roll on this. I mean, I've had a crash before where the guy didn't have all he had was an ID on him, his driver's license, and that was it. And he was mutilated so bad from this crash. He hit a tree at like 130 miles an hour, and it just pulverized him. He was just mush. The address that was on the driver's license was an old one. No one lived there that even knew who he was. So now, and he was in this girl's car that belonged to the girl's boyfriend who was working offshore at the time. So we didn't know how to get in touch with anybody. We worked on it for days and days and days and days until we finally tracked down his people to tell somebody this dude was dead. You can't. They knew somebody did not do their job. Somebody's extremely lazy or something. But that's messed up. I don't care if the dude was a dirtbag. I don't care any of that stuff. This lady, she could be a dirtbag. I don't care. I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying it don't matter. I mean, you have a obligation and a duty to notify this lady that her son's dead. Not, y'all done put him in an unmarked grave as a John Doe when he wasn't a John Doe. So, I think, yeah. In this case, right, get your checkbook out,
paid.
people. Get your checkbook out because y'all fucked up. Totally messed up. Incompetent. I had a video. I had videos on it, but something's going on, and you've noticed the background's not moving. Nothing. Something froze up, and it's not letting me play it. So it did it earlier. I don't know what's going on. So
it didn't shut us down. So I'm happy.
No.
But next story is going to get about one exact minute of coverage because I am not reading this shit.
It's my story.
What?
So why would you be reading my story anyway?
What? Oh, you were finishing up my other story.
Yeah, I just finished your story.
This last one you sent me, I'm like, whew, that's crazy.
Oh, well, this next one here is they had a 21-year-old guy. I had videos on it too. Just missing out. Gonna listen to my great voice here. This guy named Weston Soul or Solee, I'm not sure. 21 years old. He's been charged with operating a drug factory and possession with an intent to distribute narcotics. This was up in Connecticut.
I don't even know what the hell that means. Like he just had like all the equipment to make drugs.
No, he was growing drugs. Okay.
Oh, just like the florist.
Yeah, but he when the cops raided his place of living or business, everyone call it, he was growing psychedelic mushrooms. Okay. I wish I could show you the pictures of them.
They do that? I thought they just grew in cow shit. I didn't know
you can cultivate them yourself. Let's see where is that. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Let's see. Here it is right here. I'll throw this picture up for y'all to look at right here. See this right here? This is the guy.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
This is the guy. You see these shells right here? Yeah, that's all psychedelic mushrooms. This guy had $8.5 million worth of mushrooms.
He's never going to prison. He's going to work for the CIA.
He had them stored in dog food sized bags at his rural home. This is them right there. That's fucking crazy. $8.5 million worth of mushrooms. Okay.
At 21 years old, he made those. Just think about it. Like, I'm serious. They'll probably send him to work for some kind of,
Anyway, of course, the federal, state, and local and a special drug task force raided his place. They were tipped off about the staggering amount of drugs at the place. See, what happened is when they say tipped off, is what happened is they busted some low-level guy for some dope.
And they rolled on him.
And they like, hey, motherfucker, you want to go to
Let you
jail?
out.
You want to go to jail, or do you want to tell us on somebody else that's way bigger than you? Because you're just a user. We want to know where you bought this shit. And they rolled on this motherfucker. That's how they found out. It says after arriving at the mushroom growing operation, the force said they saw ventilation equipment in the home that's consistent with items used in clandestine labs. The suspect showed authorities a detached garage where police said they saw a large mushroom growing operation but denied the mushrooms were illegal. He reportedly later declined to consent to a search of the home. They got a search warrant, and they found all the mushrooms in various stages of growth.
But maybe they're not psychedelics. Maybe these are the health.
No, they are. They're the psychedelics. This dude was doing an awesome job. This dude must have took cultivation at 4-H club when he was in high school or something.
He did something. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The kid is a genius. He's gonna go work for the government. Minds like that don't just go to a jail cell.
He eventually admitted that they were in fact the psychedelic mushrooms, which is a Schedule I controlled substance. He's defined as drug substance chemicals that are not currently accepted for medical use. And this guy is out on bond. He posted a $250,000 bond and was ordered to appear in state court on November the 16th, which is tomorrow.
I bet he don't show up. I bet there's some bitches in Guatemala.
If that dude had $8.5 million worth of on hand, this dude he's probably got millions of dollars hidden somewhere.
Yeah, he gone. He gone.
That dude there.
He's gonna be named Candy and living in Long Beach, California next Thursday.
There's no telling. But
don't worry about it. That's wild.
It's pretty crazy. $8.5 million worth of mushrooms. Okay.
I mean, like out here, I don't even know.
Out here where I live, you got to watch. People will call and say, "Hey, we got these fucking kids out in our cow pasture picking mushrooms because they grow in shit. They grow in horse shit. They grow in cow shit. Yeah. That's what they do. So I mean, that's where they. So I guess he got a whole bunch of cow shit and started. He figured out how to grow them, but he was doing it.
Maybe he also ran a manure factory and a cow farm. You know, I mean, it would be a great use of resources. Most people hate cow shit. He was out there making cash money with it. Jesus, that's a lot of money worth of shrooms. God, that's a lot.
Getting it?
Yeah. All right. So
this next story is all.
No, okay. Yeah, you're a son of a bitch too. So I'm not even gonna read it. So we're gonna get into.
You're not gonna read it.
Listen to me. Listen to me. A San Jose police officer has been fired after texting a colleague that he hated black people, and worse. And by God, when I say it's worse, I grew up in the South, and this shit makes me cringe. Like, he was just blatantly N-word that, N-word this in regards to an investigation where he had to go to like court and everything, and talking about N-word this and N-word that. And it goes into great detail, but I don't have the balls to say these words on the internet. So, but he was also talking about an alleged individual that was shot by a police officer, allegedly, and he died, and this suspect, this particular officer, voiced his opinion and said what if he would have survived, he would still be a minority, using great ignorance, massive amounts of ignorance in these chats. And somehow the administration got their hands on all of his text messages. And when they asked for this guy's cell phone, I don't know why his first just statement wasn't "I quit."
Well, first of all, I kept looking and looking. I can't tell you how many. I went through at least 30 or 40 different stories. I was trying. The only thing I could find out was why were they looking at his cell phone anyway? But they said that they were.
Somebody rolled on it.
It was for a different for a different investigation.
Civil rights violation.
No, some other they're saying he was in trouble for something else. That's why he looked at his phone. Somebody must have said something or heard something and they used that as an excuse to get in his phone. Me personally, if that's my personal phone, I'd have been like, fuck you, get a warrant. By the time I got the warrant, this shit would have been deleted anyway. Of course, I wouldn't have been texting that to people. The other person he was texting it to, one was still a active cop, which they have him on paid leave while they're investigating him. One that received it, and another person that received it was a retired or used to be a cop, is not a cop. God. So anyway,
the admin's like, they text that shit to you. So why didn't you come in here and immediately and throw him under the bus? And then it's they want you to crucify that guy for being ignorant.
Anyway, it was a clean shoot. Unfortunately, the stuff's frozen. I had body camera footage of the shooting. The kid that he shot survived and he's still alive. It sounds like the kid got into an argument wherever they were in, this restaurant or bar or whatever they were in, got in an argument with somebody else, got in a fight. The other person pulled the gun out. This guy wrestled the gun away from the guy that pulled the gun out on him. He was walking out. This is what it looks like to me anyway. He was walking out of the door. The people were trying to get the gun back away from him. The cops had been called, I guess, unbeknownst to this guy. He was walking out of the door. He had the gun in his hand, okay? There's like 4 cops out there. They were hollering at him to put the gun down. Well, he had the gun in his hand, so when he turned around and faced them with the gun in his hand, kind of pointing in their direction. Do I believe this kid was going to shoot anybody? No, it was a bad situation. He got popped 4 times. At least, thank God, he didn't die. But it was a clean shoot. I mean, you can't wait to say, "Oh, hey, are you the bad guy?" Somebody just turned around with a gun in their hand. You don't give them time. You don't have time. The problem is this cop here is Holster, I don't want to say it. I will read what this. I think I might have it still pulled up.
Well, one day you'll run for sheriff, and I'll cover you. I got you, buddy.
I'm not going to run for sheriff, so I'm not worried about it.
You guys got a good sheriff up there anyway. Amazing sheriff, even. Love the guy.
Anyway, the guy he sent post out. I thought I still had it pulled up. It says in one of the posts, I guess they had deposed him. Duke, shit.
No, there's Duke, everybody. Duke the dog.
They had 10 pages. They had 10 pages total of this thing. In one of his posts was like, the other day, this N-word lawyer is like Mr. whatever McInerney. We can still find you guilty of excessive force, right? Think I give a fuck what y'all think? I'll shoot you too, read one text. And one of the other texts says there's like 65 African-looking motherfuckers in there, all just mean mugging. They should be bowing to me and bringing me gifts since I saved a fellow N-word by making him rich as fuck. Otherwise, he would have lived a life of poverty and crime. And in one of the texts, he just said, "I hate black people." There was quite a few
multiple pages.
Yeah, one of them was like, "N-word wanted to carry a gun in the Wild West, not on my watch." And so anyway, he did write some very negative stuff. Some of it looks like when he did write it, he was using he wasn't using the hard R on the end of it. He was writing it with the A. Now, I'm not defending this dumbass in any means whatsoever.
No.
My thing is I'm thinking, I do know some I know some white people that they're brought up in certain neighborhoods, and that's how they talk. Also, I'm not saying he's one of them, because like I said, I'm not defending this dude. I'm not saying, but the way he was writing and the way it sounds like he was talking, it sounds like he may.
And the way he said black motherfuckers, that just seems like he's.
It might just be the way he talks. Okay, I was talking to somebody on the phone the other day about being on a podcast, and I thought I was talking to a black dude, and he's not. He's white. but I straight up thought he was black. Okay, so it's just some people sound differently, and it's where you've raised up at and everything else. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not defending him. The dude's a dumbass, and especially the day after shooting someone, you're gonna say shit like that. I mean,
do they not have a union?
So, I don't know. So, but anyway, that dude's a douchebag, and somebody put down, yeah, JoJo did. I'm still seeing y'all on Facebook. I got it on my phone. I just, it's not popping up through the thing. I don't know why. But, yeah, that dude's just a total idiot. He shouldn't, he'll never be a cop. I can't see anybody ever hiring this guy ever again.
No, I mean, anything he ever does in the future is going to be automatically linked to that. So, he pulls over anybody that's an African American, even if the dude, becomes a mature adult and gives up the ignorance, he's still going to be seen as the racist guy that made the comment. So, no, he's a liability at this point.
So, y'all go ahead and vote on hot nuts. My hot nuts is the tranny Georgia thing. I mean, really,
You're gonna be hot nuts when she wins it.
Well, she might not. He may not have nuts no more. That's why I'm giving it the hot nuts. That's what I'm doing anyway, for the lack of nuts. Okay, so that's mine. Which one do you want?
My hot nuts is the guy that decided to run from rural America directly into the heart of hell, into Chicago, and these podunk officers captured his ass because. No, we don't back down because you
can't. You can't chase me one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Stupid.
JoJo says she's voting for the Pussy Patrol.
Wee.
And Roy said he's voting for the Pussy Patrol too. So, y'all keep on coming. Let's see. So far, that they're winning. The Kitty Patrol is winning.
Well, I mean, you kind of put an entire story behind it that's bigger.
Well, I guess for some reason Facebook ain't popping up, but Billy popped up on YouTube, so he's saying his is the cats too. Cats might be winning this.
They are 3 already. Yeah.
So. I think the problem is
what they say is like everybody gets cat videos is win the internet. Is that what they mean?
I guess I don't know. These cats here, I mean,
they're
I just want to. I want to see them. Do they have like a little cat vest and stuff like that?
Well, if they're in Chicago, they need to be anyway. No,
I don't know if they.
I wonder if they outrank the canines.
I don't know. I mean, because hey, Ron said he's voting for the. You can't catch me, guy.
That is a whole new level of stupid.
Kelly's got the cat patrol. Yeah, cat's definitely winning it. I don't know if the Hot Nut song's going to play since I was having things that might not play the music. Nope, don't hear no music. But the screen's up.
Yep, there you go.
Even though it's not playing.
The kitty cat won the Hot Nut.
Kitty cats have hot nuts for tonight.
Well, it's almost coming up for us to do our annual review episode where we go over all the hot nut stories. And
we're going to try. Get as many as we can in there. But, yeah, I mean, I got to say, deputizing cats and they making it sound like, we interviewed the cats. I mean.
No, they just picked up stray cats and we're like, this one belongs to the sheriff's department.
They said they interviewed the cats.
They might have. Been like, are you spayed and neutered? No.
Treasure said Pussycat Power. You're right. They got on what, Paw Patrol? Well, we got Pussy Patrol. So we need to make a new show for the kids to watch. Mom, could you see the little kids? Mommy, can I watch Pussy Patrol today?
There's little cameras on the back of the cat just stalking rats all day long through the city and like going through people's like basements and shit.
Hear him crunching the skull, just eating up, stuff like that. That is a good story. I just had to do the tranny.
Jesus, I bet you did have to do the tranny. Anyway, everybody, I love every one of you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. If Iceman gets bored, He'll give me a call. We'll do another episode. And
well, Saturday is another football game. I think I got this Saturday.
Last one, right?
No, we got one more after that. I got 2 more football games left, and it's the end of the season. So, y'all, some people, I've switched over a lot of my escorts over to TikTok, because the last few times I went live on Facebook, no one's been there.
And by the way, we talked to Motorcop for Life. Well, I did, and he said he's more than willing to sit here and discuss how the Euro bike far better than the Harley, and let me be the sidekick in the middle and let you guys just hash it out, see which one's better, the old school Harley guys or the new Euro and Duro bike guys. I think it would be an interesting episode.
Anyway, y'all go on, check everything out. Everybody be safe. Pay attention. Go follow me on Rumble, like I said, and if y'all get a chance, hit the like buttons and stuff. Give some likes and some stuff like that. It helps with the algorithms, gets us out there a little bit more. And
yay!
Till next episode, I'm not gonna have no outro music either. So
no, be the line, right?
Yeah, we always be in line. See, I'm a line tattoo and everything. Anyway, be safe, everybody, and don't listen to him.